Like, one of my favorite things to do, legitimately one of my favorite things to do now, is think about how much I hate Destiny. And Destiny is finally adding transmog to their game. They're finally doing it, like 8-9 years in,
Yo, the
and
word.
it'll.
Oh my god, the word is glamourai.
Mhm.
Glamourai. That is
That's pretty
so
good.
fucking good. Oh, that's wonderful. What a good ass word. Yes. No,
That's
that
pretty all right.
I mean they really like let you feel and put together the character you want to without restrictions. Because what's the
Hmm.
point? Why bother restricting people? Let them enjoy it looking the way they want to look.
Well,
You're playing a fucking
I
game,
mean,
you know?
because it costs money to implement the transmog system. Like, it
Certainly, but
costs
like,
development
oh,
time.
it's so much nicer to have that freedom
Yeah,
in a game.
I agree.
And you've already put in the
So
work of implementing the models, like just take it a step further.
I think that almost every game of this type should have glam or transmog or what have you. Um, and then I think about, so they. I was just saying that Destiny 2, after like 9 years, is finally going to add like a real transmog system. They're going to let you turn like whatever armor you want into like what's called a universal ornament, which is just like a you paste it on and it looks how it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you'll be able to unlock the ability to do that with in-game effort or money,
Oh yeah,
unlike everybody else ever.
real cash bucks.
Oh, yay. Like, oh, it's not a value add, it's another monetization strategy. Great. Way to double confirm that I'll never play that game again. Like, holy shit. If you want to read a much smarter person than me be much more frustrated with Destiny than even me, you can go check out Doc Squiddy's article called The Last One About Destiny, where he describes that game just completely fucking falling apart.
I'm amazed we're still talking about it.
It is still alive, and I still hate it. And it is yet to die.
That's what it means
It
to
is.
make these long tail games that are meant to exist for a decade mean you're gonna be complaining about it for a decade.
I
Like,
I have unironically been listening to people be like
uh,
disappointed more and more every single year about World of Warcraft than World of Warcraft was good. World of Warcraft was good for 6 years. World of Warcraft came out in 2004. That means that we had 6 good years of WoW and 10 shit ones. I know six is generous, but still.
I mean, I was when back when multiple roommates and friends were all, raiding together, um, talking about how Taurens are unfairly despised and something something Bloodsong Gulch something something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Um, they seem to be having a lot of fun with it,
they
but
were.
like I think at least with one of those friends, I saw the like I saw the fun give way to just dailies. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where
Yeah.
from boot to completion of daily or raid or whatever to reward to finishing off for the night, not a smile was cracked.
Yeah.
Not a single moment of joy was expressed. It was
Mm-hmm.
just a rote fucking completion of tasks for the day. I did see that occur within the time frame I was watching.
There's a real, like, these long tail games, like be it an MMO or Destiny or Warframe or whatever. People complain. People love to complain. In fact, and that this counts for fighting games, for RT, like everything, right? You the more you know about your lifestyle game or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the more you're going to complain, right? And the more in depth that complaining is going to be. But like, like I'll use 14 as an example. My time with 14 is 80% either enjoying it or being like, oh, that's cool, and about 20% like rabid, vicious complaining. 80 to 20. I can live with that. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny what went from like Destiny, I don't know if you remember, Wooly, when the week Destiny came out, it was like all complaints like the day it came out. Like, why is this game so fucked up? Why is the story so screwed up? Why is it so hard to level up your character? And it's been like at best, like fucking overall, like 50-50 its entire lifetime. Like everybody that I know who plays Destiny has had like at least a year where they're like, I fucking hate Destiny.
Because hitting the ranked ladders in a fighting game are, you're gonna get real, you're gonna get those salty losses, but you're also like one good round or good match away from, walking away, winning or losing against somebody who like you're like, yo, you did some sick shit. I respect what you did there, and that feels good, and you're gonna, and that's gonna elicit actual enjoyment in that moment,
Yeah, but at the same time, as you get better, you'll become more frustrated by whatever is real problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like, if I'm going to use SF5 as an example, I don't know anything about SF5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Say Akuma is like busted, and he's like so busted that it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
As you get super good, that's gonna like hurt your feelings like more than when you were climbing up silver.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you'll feel it more.
In fact, that would describe what's happening in, for example, Teppen, where I haven't really been checking in on the updates regularly, but I continue to be ranking highly in those games, and I'm now at a point where someone shows up and like within the first like within the first like 5 or 6 cards they play, I'm just like rolling my eyes. I'm like, oh, you're one of these. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm immediately classifying you and just going like, all right, let's see. And like, there's the window of play that I respect gets narrower and narrower.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's why I always roll my eyes.
Very few people in Teppen these days.
That's why whenever I talk about 14 and I complain about other people and people say, "Oh, Pat, sounds like you hate this game," it's like, no, I've just played so much of it that the stuff that annoys you, you can recognize it in a millisecond. You just see it instantly.
Yeah.
You see, you load into an 8-man, right? And you have a white mage and an astrologian. They're healers, right? The astrologian can switch between shields and regen, and white mage can only do regen. All right? And the astrologian goes, "I want to do regen," and you go, "Well, no, dude, we have a white. Just switch to shields. Just that's you. Regens don't stack, so just switch to shields." "I don't want to." All right, it's gonna be one of those. Like yeah. I might as well just leave right now.
When nowadays, whenever I fight somebody who's in the top 100 rankings, my first thing is, let's see if you actually deserve this or not. Right? Show me, like, with your understanding and skill, that you deserve this spot. And a number of times, most of the time, I'll walk out of there kind of being like, you didn't fucking earn that. You don't have it. You absolutely are not, like, I'll like especially if I walk away winning with something that, like, I'm just like, okay, I see the bullshit you're doing, and you're fighting against people that don't know how to stop that or are not prepared for it. And then you give the benefit of the doubt to, like, the possibility that they just drew a bad order, in their hand or whatever. But when you do fight somebody, and like there'll be people you fight that are like, let's say, like, I fought someone last night that was rank 11, and like every single thing I played, they countered, and the match ended up being like 30-0, and I was like, yep, you deserve that spot, You know what you're doing. You recognize what I play as I play it, and you have a counterplay and ready in mind. And I 100% don't question your ability to be there. But when you see things that like the less and less you see the less and less of that they have, the more they're just kind of floundering and like mirroring people who are not in that top 100, but they just happen to be there. You're just like, yeah, fucking, I'm
Mm-hmm.
judging the shit out of you. You know, I should
I'd
be
like to
there.
actually rescind my earlier statement. I fucking misspoke because I don't play Astro. Um, Actually, White Mage and Diurnal Astro is fine. Scholar and Nocturnal Astro is fucking dog shit. That because shields are the things that don't stack. My mistake. Here's a better example. Turn on tank stance, please. No. Okay. Well. Okay. All right.
when
Okay.
when I'm about to lose to one of these brain dead players and I don't respect
Yeah.
their play, I fucking rage quit out of there because they not getting my points.
Yeah. That's right. That's
You
right.
don't earn my points. You ain't taking my points. You didn't earn that shit.
But so like everybody, I assume everyone listening to this plays a game to the point where they can recognize the shit that drives them crazy very quickly. And how much of your experience is recognizing the shit that drives you crazy? Is it like half of your entire time with the game? You should probably stop because it sounds like that game sucks. Or at the very least, that you don't enjoy it. Like, when I play like League of Legends, for example, I play it very casually. I still haven't even unlocked ranked, right? And I'll play like 2 matches in a row and I probably get my ass kicked. I'm like, oh, that was pleasant. But everybody else that I know who plays League of Legends really, really wants to win. And so their trash teammates ruin their evening. So you
Hmm.
probably shouldn't play League of Legends because your trash teammates will ruin your evening because they're Garbo.
But do you? No, I guess you wouldn't have this unless it was PvP, as like the experience where, again, you have a really good match against somebody and like you respect it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I had
I
that
had
again last night. I came back from a 20 to like 2 like loss and like just like clutched it out and brought it back for a victory. And I was like, that was a fucking amazing set. And I respect the guy I'm playing against, and you end up feeling good about that exchange.
mm-hmm.
But if you're co-oping against the raid boss, I don't really know if you can feel that if everyone succeeding is just good job, you did your job.
So
The best you can
it
hope for
depends,
is you
right?
did your job.
You Yeah, or the saves are always saving somebody else from their mistake,
Right, right. Someone
right?
fucked up and the cool guy covered for it. Yeah, okay.
Somehow ran in and switched positions on the fly, and it was all great. Or the
Right.
healer like just did the math perfectly and raised somebody, but still had enough MP to heal you. Right? Heroes are almost always the heroes
Mm-hmm.
of the raid encounter because they. It's also why they're so grumpy. It's because all they do is fix your mistakes. That's all the healer does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is look at the health bars tick down unnecessarily. Like you didn't need to stand in that. You didn't need to stand in that. You should have been over there. You should have been over there. And then fix it.
And yeah, I suspect carrying is not as satisfying as a close one-on-one.
There
You know.
is. You want to hear the most toxic recipe ever? There is a fucking roulette in 14 called the Mentor Roulette. And the Mentor Roulette, if you get like, oh my God, I want to say you got to get like 10,000 completions or some absurd shit. You get like the most exclusive rare ass mount in the game. Like, I think like 2 people in the game have it, right? But the thing about the Mentor Roulette is that when you hit it, it queues you up into every activity in the entire game.
Oh, so you could just end up
And
doing
whatever.
something you're not supposed to do.
No, you have to have unlocked everything in the game to unlock Mentor Roulette. So you hit Mentor Roulette and you load in to minute 48 of trying to clear like a fucking real ass raid, and you do a pull and realize that the tanks don't know what their cooldowns do,
What's a
and
pull?
the DPS. A pull is a run.
Okay.
When you pull the boss, you hit them, and then
Okay.
the encounter starts.
Okay.
You're 30 seconds into the pull, and you're like, oh, the tanks don't know what the cooldowns do, and this DPS will not move ever, ever. He won't move, and he dies at the 37-second mark every single time. And the other healer appears to be asleep, and I'm not going to get credit unless we clear it. So I am now tasked with the mentor little symbol above my head to fucking sit here and try to drag these motherfuckers through this encounter.
But don't you only choose to be a mentor if this is what you're kind of mentally prepared to deal with?
Well, this was a mistake the game made, because the big mistake the game made is that if you become a mentor, it puts a little crown next to your name.
Oh boy. That's all they had to do.
Which might have been the actual stupidest decision I have ever seen in this game.
Well then, fuck that. Everybody, I got a flex. You saying new flex? Okay, in there.
And
I hate everybody, but we go and mentor then.
The little crown has led to a situation where most mentors are terrible. like most mentors are worse than the average person.
My God, what a study in the human psychology of like what a fucking fascinating, just every little thing about the implementation of this design is the fucking coin flip between disaster and success. It's amazing. You put a little crown, and now that changes everyone's perspective of this activity.
So there's a second problem. So one, you do have to qualify. It's too easy to qualify. You just need like 3 characters at like cap, or 3 classes at cap, basically. So most mentors are terrible. However, many of the remaining mentors are actually like decent, or at least like average, right? But MMO players, and nearly all players who are grinding for some kind of, item or whatever, they want to do things efficiently, right? So what happens? Well, okay, we're doing a fucking Sophia Extreme, and somebody left. Oh no, what do? Oh, cool, a mentor joined. The mentor sees that it's Sophia EX, sees that more than 5 minutes have elapsed, and leaves. Because they correctly intuit, oh, this is going to take like an hour at least. It would be faster to take the 30-minute penalty than queue up and hopefully get something easier than try and drag these guys through and possibly fail.
So the thing will sometimes send you into a lost cause.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll go, nah.
Okay.
So like the mentor system is like the worst. It's like it's the shittiest thing in the game.
Like it shouldn't send you into a lost cause, but also the people signing up for it should be like mentally prepared to do what the job entails. Like if you fucking had a system where you could be a mentor to kids, or you can go sign up at the YMCA, and like specifically do this thing that you go out of your way to like work with people that are like needing of guidance. But you get a little crown when you do it though, and everybody gets to see your crown.
Here's what it is: sign up to be a Big Brother.
Yeah,
right, for the Big Brother organization.
Exactly.
Hey, we'll give you a fucking exclusive pair of fucking shoes, like some fancy shoes. Jordans. We'll give you Jordans. And then you put on your Jordans and you walk in, and hey, this is Timmy. You're going to be tutoring Timmy with his math homework. And Timmy is like fucking snorting meth. Yeah. And you take your fucking shoes off and hand it to the man and walk home in your socks.
You have
and
one
go, I'm
week to get
done,
him to pass the
to
SATs.
pass his fourth grade math test.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Um, so here, like you say that it shouldn't send you in a lost cause, or if you are signing up, you should be signing up for lost cause. The way that these mechanics work, you're almost guaranteed to be sent into a lost cause because most players can't clear most shit. The average player is pretty bad. And the average party finder group is really bad. Uh, there is a thing in that game right now where they have repurposed raids from 6 years ago. Raids that were like mechanically like 100 times simpler. Like I could explain them to you on a napkin, right? And just bumped up the item stuff so that, hey, run them again like they're brand new, right? These things have been solved for 5+ years. Everybody knows exactly what to do. Nobody can clear them in Party Finder because everyone is actually shit.
Is the mentor system uh, um queuing you up with only beginners and people that need or request the help, or is it putting you with experts sometimes too?
If you're no experts, you will never ever go into a group with experts because experts have the party that they always run with every single week.
Yeah.
And if one of those people doesn't show up, then they'll get a replacement or they just won't do it.
So there's no such
Uh,
thing as an opening.
so it is skewed
Yeah. Okay.
towards
Right.
beginners,
Right.
and even then it's skewed towards parties that some for some reason don't have a person in them, which means somebody dropped. Why is someone most likely to drop? Oh, because they realized we're not going to be able to do this.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right? It's every part of it is fucking geared towards like the
No, it's
likelihood of getting like something you can't, like you won't be able to make these people do.
it's the dragging boat rowing team that bothered to go out on the water when two men short. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be ending up in that boat helping them out, right? Um, yeah,
Why are
that
you
is.
telling me I'm bad? I can clear Titan EX. But I got buddies going through Party Finder furious every week because
So
nobody can avoid fucking Rock Slide.
so hold on a second. Doesn't League or Dota have a mentoring system implemented as well, where an expert can help guide a beginner into like
I,
some sort of co-op situation where they can help them out? Because I remember talking about the implementation of this thing where it's like anti-toxic, where there was
yeah,
a way of like having a coach help you out in the beginning stages, and you both get
I
a reward
want
for
to.
doing so.
I want to say
Dota, Dota
Dota 2 had
coaching.
something.
Okay, yeah, Dota
I
has
don't know what
coaching,
you get for it.
and I remember being like,
I
"That's brilliant. That's really cool." And it's very important that it's nice to have that in the game. It's very important that you don't offer the coach a fucking pair of Jordans for doing it,
mhm.
so that the people who sign up are the types of people who are good for being coaches. You know, um, not every good player is going to be a good coach, and you balance the incentives properly, and also make sure that on both sides the equation is again can be dealt with. Don't send in the coke snorting great fourth grader,
Don't
and
do it.
don't give out Jordans, and you might
Hmm.
end up with decent matches of people that could actually
It was
benefit.
it's wild because like I remember when they announced the mentor system and then they showed off, look, you'll get a little crown. Like everybody in the English speaking world went, oh no,
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
no,
Mm-hmm.
don't give them a crown. No, don't do, or don't make it visible to other people.
Yeah.
No. But Destiny eclipses all this shit. Like I have nothing but complaints about Destiny. I think the funniest thing is that content creators about Destiny who have turned Destiny into their job are like, I don't think I'm done with Destiny.